Today I'm starting with the life of Zoroaster and the words of his own hymns, the Gathas, according to both the documents, the priestly and the personal, on parallel pages, translated by Kenneth Sylvan Guthrie. And the typical order of the Gathas are Ahunavati Gatha, 28 through 34, and then there's 43 to 46, 47 to 50, 51, and 53. So those are the 5 Gathas. And there's other meaning associated with, but here is the table of context. And remember that certain things happened over time, like the words for remembrance are, think about the following. People started worshiping some of these things, but anyways, here goes. Congregation, according to the shorter priestly document and according to the longer personal document, we'll go on the other side. But 34:1, congregational prayer and instruction is this section. Among the foremost of thy worshippers we offer to thee, O Ahura Mazda, mindful Lord, through the mind of the good mentality, all the deeds, speeches, and hymns, through which deeds, speeches, and hymns thou shalt bestow emeritat, immortality, asha, justice, kshathra, power, and harvatat, health. And we bear the praises of thy people with a bounteousness such as would gratefully follow along the paths of asha, justice, even into the outer realms of the heavenly presence of a divinity such as you, Ahura Mazda, Lord mindful. But to thee, O Ahura Mazda, Lord mindful, and to Asha, justice, we shall with reverence offer the oblation, that you, with Vohomanu, good disposition, the Holy Ghost, may cause all substantial beings which are in the Kshathra realm to mature into perfection. Okay. Seeing that the perfecting of the beneficent man is at all times valuable. The sight of one like you. Okay. So the longer personal document, introduction, we start with 43:1 and 43:2. Success to me, to you, and to whosoever will, may Ahura Mazda, mindful Lord, who rules at will over all things, grant that both enduringness and vitality, health and immortality may come to thee, O believer of thee. O Lord, do I desire this. As to me, grant me that I maintain my hold on Asha, justice, and do thou, O Almighty love, grant me riches, compensations, and the life of Vohomanu, good disposition. Yea, Vohomanu, good disposition, will give the best of all things according to this, Zarathushtra, according to his wish. He will give him the comfort of heaven. O Mazda, mindful through thy most bounteous mentality, Spenta Menu, reveal all these blissful mysteries of Vohomanu, good disposition, which thou givest through Asha, justice, with all the joys that are long and vital on every day. And 33:7 of the one side. Discontented at home with the Magians. Come hither to me, O you best. Come here personally, O Mazda, visibly with Asha, justice, and Vohomanu. good disposition, inform me how I may be heard before or outside of the Magians. Let reverent services of worship be clearly and manifestly among us. A student with the Bohemanoist cult, Vision 1, Fire Glow of Retribution. There's like 10 visions in the tradition. 34 verse 4. 34 verse 4. We wish, O Mazda, Lord mindful, that thy fire, whose strength is Asha, justice, may be a promised, swift and powerful, clear, delightful, for supporting the land are the people, but that it may be for the enemies a visible, suggestive, and practical token of harm. Zarathushtra's education, discontented at home with the Magians. Yasna 43:3. May he who like thee, O Mazda, is faithful, well informed, and bounteous, who would teach us the just paths of profit, namely, those of the good life, both corporeal and mental, that lead to the real worlds, where dwells Ahura, the Lord. May he arrive at what is better than good. As student with the Bohemanoist cult, the Fire Glow of Retribution, Vision 1, 43:4, Yasna. In order that I may receive the power of Vohomana, good disposition, I would in thee, O Ahura Mazda, mindful Lord, recognize heroism and bounteousness through the hand which thou holdest, the compensation to be given to Drugist and Ashaist, liar and truthfulness, comparable to Yamaduta and Vishnaduta in the Hindu languages, and through the glow of thy fire, whose vigor is Asha, justice. Vision 2, punishments cannot be avoided even by deceit. 33:13. In order to grant me support, O thou wide-glancing, show me the incomparable. Of thy realm, O Ahura, are the compensations of Voho, Mana, good disposition. O bounteous Armati, love, instruct the spirits through Asha, justice. Vision 2, punishments cannot be avoided even by deceit. 43:5. I acknowledge thee, O Ahura Mazda, mindful Lord, as the bounteous divinity when, at the beginning, I beheld thee at the birth of life, when thou didst establish compensations for deeds and words, a bad for the bad, a good compensation for the good, with thy will at the last crisis of creation. 43:6. At which crisis come thou, O Mazda, with thy spenta manu, bounteous mentality, with kshathra, power, Vohomanu, good disposition, and Asha, justice, through whose deeds are prospered the human estates, for which Armati, love, formulates judgments of Mazda's understanding, which no one ever deceives. Vision 5. The sincere shall be supported. 34:5. Have you enough kshathra, power? Have you wealth? O Ahura Mazda, Lord mindful for the deeds which you, with Asha and Vohomana, good disposition, to protect your poor through the Davic enemies, demons, or the Dava. Enemies, savages, and doomed men will declare you to all foreigners. 34:6. Since you therefore actually have the above powers, O Ahura Mazda, Lord mindful, with Asha, justice, and Vohamanu, good disposition, therefore grant me, as a token thereof, a change for better now in this life, so that I may approach you with greater joy and adoration. So these various beings are just the means by which God gives the spiritual and physical powers or beneficence that come through in these qualities. Vision 5, the sincere shall be supported. 43:11. I recognize thee, O Ahura Mazda, as the bounteous divinity. When I was first instructed in your utterances, and when with Vohamanu, some man, came around to me and asked, will the doing of that which you have done, told me, is the best, arouse trouble among men for me. 43:12. At the same time, when thou toldest me to answer him, depend on Asha, justice, for support. Then to me, who was not disobedient, thou utteredst the command. Thou hadst better arouse before the coming of Zoroaster obedience, together with the rich Ashe compensation. Who will distribute to both contending parties compensation for their profit? 3. As a student with Asha's cult. Vision 4. Theophany of Asha. 34:7. O Lord, what's the name? Who wish to ask thee about certain people. Are they faithful to thee, O Ahura Mazda, Lord mindful, who through they know a Vohamanu good disposition, turn the difficulties of traditionally inherited doctrine into their own advantage by sophistries? As for me, I know none other but you, O Asha, therefore protect us with such spacious deeds, under which lurk danger for many. They are intimidating us, especially me, who am the weaker. For Bendva is stronger with hate of thy commands, O Mazda, mindful. But those who think not of Asha, justice, they are surely distant from Vohamana, good disposition. As a student with Asha's cult, Vision 4, Theophany of Asha, 43:9. I recognized thee, O Ahura Mazda, mindful Lord, as the bounteous, when with Vohamana, some man, came around to me and asked, to his question, what cause dost thou intend to adopt? I answered, at each oblation of reverence brought to thy sacrificial fire, I will, to the extent of my ability, fix my mind on Asha, justice. But show me the Asha, justice, whom I invoke, in company with Armati, love, and Asha, justice, I have come. So by these we know God's presence. For thy question was as the question of powerful, when some ruler insists on having his mighty powerful wish granted by thee, now ask us what thou hast to ask us. Vision 3. Wavering to be ended by supporting the Ashaist. 31:12. Vulgar men who speak either falsely or justly, the expert knower of are the ignorant. Each raise his voice when our matey love counsels successfully with the spirits who yet are wavering. 31:13. O Mazda, mindful, thou with Asha keepest a watch with thy watchful gleaming eyes over all these questions openly or furtively, and inflict the greatest penance for even a small transgression. Vision 3. Wavering to be ended by supporting the Ashaist. 43:7. I recognize thee, O Ahura Mazda, mindful Lord, as the bounteous through the answer with which I was inspired, when with good disposition Vohomana came round to me and asked, Who art thou? To what divinity belongest thou? With what token wilt thou appoint the day for questioning about thy substance and thyself? 43:8. Therefore I, Zarathushtra, said to him, at first, I would wish to be a genuine enemy to the Drugist. No, the ignorant. But a vigorous support for the Ashaist, the righteous, so that I may plan for the developments of the now limited Kshatra, power of the coming kingdom, as much as I am now praising and lauding thee, O Mazda. Vision 6. Demand for help to execute God's judgments. 38. And thereupon, when the punishments of those malefactors shall occur, then shall obtain for thee, O Mazda, with the help of Vohumana, the Kshatra power realm, which shall be the fulfillment. And this will be obtained by those who shall deliver the Druge unto the two hands of Asha, justice. And may we be those who shall make life progressive or purposeful, assemble together along with Asha, justice. O Ahura Mazda, Lord's mindful. Ahura's Mazda, Lord's mindful, come hither. The plural out of respect. So that there, where our thoughts formerly developed, and may now mature together, and become wisdom. 30:10. Then shall the success of the Druge break down, and all those who shall be attaining a good renown shall obtain the reward, meaning at the good dwelling of Vohomana, good disposition, Mazda, mindful, and Asha, justice. When, O you mortals, you have familiarized yourselves with these commandments of Mazda, mindful, about the twain mentalities which mean prosperity as opposed to adversity, with the length of the suffering of the Drugist, as contrasted with the useful progress of the Ashaist, when I repeat, you have fully realized the significance of this contrast, I feel quite sure none of you all will hesitate or delay to enter into the desired abode of praise. Vision 6. Demand to help execute God's judgments. 43:13. I recognized thee, O Ahura Mazda, as the bounteous, when with Bohomana, some man, came around to learn the details of my desire. Give me the inalienable gift of long enjoyment, of a desired existence, which is said to be in thy Kshatriya realm. And Prophet Muhammad and some others were attributed to have looked to have been questioned by angels that would question them about their faith, to inspire their answers, and you know further show. And anyways, 43:14, just as a wealthy man, according to his knowledge or ability, gives to a friend, do thou, O Ahura Mazda, mindful Lord, give to me those thy provisions of support, inasmuch as thou endowest me with Asha justice, so that I may stand forth with all those who remember thy mystic word, to arouse those who make scorn or doubtful of thy teachings. Vision 7. My mission of orthodoxy. Our matey aligns the parties. 31:19. But hearken to him who thought out Asha, justice, that is, Zarathushtra, who is the life-healing expert knower, him who is able to vindicate his tongue's speeches at will at the latter day. O Ahura Mazda, mindful with thy red, the good of the two contending parties are to be distributed with thy red fire produced by the two good rubbing sticks. Okay. 31:20. Destruction, lasting darkness, bad food, and imprecations shall at the latter day be kept away from whomsoever identifies himself with the Ashaist, the righteous. Odrugist, the wicked. That sort of existence that your evil spirit may lead you. 31:21. For the resources of its innate glory, O Ahura Mazda, shall grant sustained communion, and fullness of Harvatat, health, and Emeritat, immortality, and of Asha, justice, and of Kshathra, power, and Vohomano, good disposition. Vohomana. To whomsoever is a friend, Ahura Mazda, in mind and deeds. 31:22. The man who is well disposed, this as clearly as does Mazda, who knows with the divine, mana,